Woozy here with NeoWorlder, and today we're going to be going through a video on some commercial account setup, and specifically we'll be looking at how to create your Pinecone API key and account, and how to connect that to your commercial account to get your personas up and running. Pinecone is a vector database, and on our system it will be used to help store the persona's memories and interactions so that they can kind of reference those like a memory bank for the personas. With that said, Pinecone does have a free version for most users. If you're just looking for your own personas or to get started, should be plenty enough to get you going there. If you are looking to do some things like possibly create personas for other businesses or at scale, you may need to upgrade to the standard version for the extra memory there, but you can do that at any time. So I'd recommend starting off with the free version, and then if you, depending on your use cases, need to upgrade, you can always upgrade at a later time. So with that said, let's get a little orientated here. I am on my Woozy demo staging account here, and basically what we're talking about is I'm getting this account started up and connected, and under this account you can see that we have this pathways tab here. And if we jump on in here, you can see in a previous video here we went through and set up the OpenAI key here. And then now what we're going to do is set up the Pinecone key here. So again, if you were watching here, I've actually just deactivated the API key on the other one here. We'll do the same thing with the Pinecone, just a general knowledge here. If you are ever creating API keys from pretty much anything and adding them here, make sure you keep them secure. If they do get visible to other people, you do want to kind of inactivate those and switch them out just to make sure nobody's stealing these from you and running up a tab on your bill here. So with that said, let's dive into Pinecone here. Alright, so I've got pinecone.io typed in my browser, and let's go ahead and dive in. So you can see here on the first page of Pinecone, this should be where you land. And again, that URL is pinecone.io. And if you've never set up an account or anything, you should be able to come in here and just click Start Building. And this is going to bring up to the sign up page here. I'm going to use one of the emails I test with to sign up. It's going to send me a code. Let me grab that real fast. All right, got that there. Let's continue on. Okay, and if this is your first time coming in, it might pop up with a default API key here. You can copy that one and use it if you want to. Otherwise, I'll show you how to create one once you're in here as well, if you've already bypassed that part. That default one, again, if you use that one, just make sure you write it down somewhere where you secure it. Otherwise, let's go get started with creating our API key. So you can see on the side here, just a quick orientation into Pinecone here. Excuse me, we've got our account up here and then our default product that we're going to work in right here. And the first thing we need to make is an actual API keys here. So you can see the one that I had on default was right here, which was the one that popped up. Again, if you would save that, you can. But you can always come here and just add a new one. This is also good to know where if your one you're using ever gets compromised or somebody gets it, stopping that one and then coming and creating a new one is a good option if you don't want any of that data available to anybody that has that API key. So let's go ahead and give this one a name here. We'll call it Neo Demo here. And like I said, you're going to want to make sure that you save this key here. So I'm going to copy and save that real fast. Okay, so that key is one of the pieces of information we'll need. But the other thing we'll need to do is create an index. This is, you can kind of think of where that API key is going to actually send the stuff to store it for you. And to do that, we're going to come back in here in Pinecone and go to Database. And from here, you can go to Indexes, or it does have Create Index right here on this Quick Start. So let's go ahead and dive into creating our index. Again, there is a free version on the starter plan that you can create that will work here. So if that's kind of what you're wanting to do to just get started, that's kind of where I'd recommend here. To start, we will need to give this index a name. So let's just call this one NeoWorlder. The configuration here, you can pick which model you want to do your embedding here. If you're not looking for anything specific, you can just simply read these as the one selected. serverless and AWS. For the free tier, most of your options are going to come in set up just exactly how you need them here. And let's come down and go ahead and create this index. And you can see right off the bat here, it went ahead and titled it that, and went ahead and created our index here. So we're good now. I'm going to click back in here just so we can see it from this view here. But from here, you can see we've got our region here, which is one of the codes we'll need. And then our actual index name that we named it of NeoWorlder is the other piece we'll need of data here. So let's jump from here back onto the NeoWorlder site, and we'll finish off entering in these values. All right, so again, back on my Woozy Demo Staging commercial account, and we're going to go into the pathway section, and we're going to fill in our Pinecone information here. So again, I had that API key copied there, so we'll paste it in here. Again, for security, since I'm recording this one, I'll remove this after. I recommend you do the same if any of your keys ever get compromised there. But now let's go find those other values that we needed there. So again, looking from this screen here, we can see our region is that US-East-1. So let's go ahead and enter that now. Okay, good there. And then the other value we needed was the actual index name, so we're going to name that NeoWorlder there. And again, this was whatever you named it, so it probably won't be NeoWorlder unless you copied me exactly there. And once those two values are in, we can hit save, and just like that, our personas are now ready with their vector database to store memories and interactions to kind of help complete them as a full persona. So in our next videos, we'll kind of go through some of the preceptors down here on Mailgun and Twilio. If you missed the first one, there is another video on the OpenAI setup and configuration there as well. Thank you.